Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for the January of 2017 readings. I can't believe it's a new year already. Happy New Year. Before we get into the readings, I want to tell you about a couple of things. These calendars are still available. They're really cool for 2017. They have Mercury retrograde and all sorts of things. My books and decks, as always. If you're watching this in December, I am still open for private readings until the year ahead readings are going to be over in a couple weeks as we move into January. So if you want to order, you can go ahead and order that. Thirdly, I am on Vimeo now with the Lots of Love readings. They're back and they're on Vimeo. Vimeo on demand. It's a tarot reading, and then I also pull some Lots of Love, which are my casting lots that I've devised. And I have several different kinds of casting lots. The Lots of Love, because the reading is focused specifically on love. Now, it's a tarot reading too, and you can focus, any card in the deck can be applied to love, but in these general readings I'm just doing general whatever comes up. But on the Lots of Love, it is specifically for love. It's from two perspectives, a male and a female, but people have been telling me that sometimes I resonate more with the male and more with the female, but whatever. Go ahead and check it out. Again, with the calendars, books, decks, I want to thank you guys for all your support in 2016, and I look forward for doing the readings in 2017. Now, before we get on, if you have seen the readings before, I'm going to go into a brief explanation of how the readings work. If you've seen them already, you know how it works. You can skip ahead. Have a great month of January. I look forward to reading for you. First of all, I want you to take time to gaze upon each card. There are messages in the image and text. Pause the video if you have to, because the words will shift and change to reveal a message that is just for you. This is Empowerment Tarot. I'm not here to tell you how to lead your life, and no one should. Trust your own intuition and allow your guides and angels to speak directly to you. If this reading does not resonate with you, be sure to check your rising and moon sign for further insights and illuminations. Finally, as to the court cards, which represent the people in the spread. Because this is a general reading for so many people, the court cards will not be gender specific. So even though I may refer to a queen as a female, as she is represented on the card, it really could be anybody in these general readings. So now, without further ado, on to the readings. Hi Pisces, thanks for joining me for the January 2017 readings, and Happy New Year to you. Let's get right into your reading for January. In case you skipped the intro, I'm still open for the year ahead in December. And then the other thing is, and don't forget to pick up your calendar for the new year with Mercury retrograde and everything. But the other thing is, if you're interested in just a love reading, this is Pisces. If you're interested in just a love reading, I do have the Lots of Love readings are back on Vimeo. And you can find that in the link below or from my website on Vimeo on demand. So this is a reading for Pisces. Wow, do you have some nice cards here? Sure looks like money is a big focus here. The central card is the Ten of Pentacles, so this is some nice money coming in for you. This Temperance being right next to it. You know, this is things coming into balance. This is things putting together the right combinations. Some of you have been putting together some kind of a deal, and the right things are in play now, and then boom, this big thing's going to come for you. Let's start up here. The first card out was the Ace of Rods. So this is seeds planted that's going to bloom and grow. So you planted some seeds and they're blooming and growing. This seems to be like a little bit crooked. Let me realign this camera. I happen to look up through the viewfinder. There, not so crooked now. You can still see some of my candle holders and stuff up there, but that's okay. So, Ace of Rods. So you planted some seeds and they're blooming and growing. What have you planted? Well, it certainly seems to have a lot to do with financial, because it's just surrounded with the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. These are some big money cards. These are the two biggest money cards there are, the two highest money cards there are. So many of you are in business for yourself. You're putting together a deal, you're putting together some kind of a business, because Nine of Pentacles is being in business for yourself. Sometimes it just means being comfortable, being financially secure, having time for leisure and pleasure, being able to afford nicer things, nice clothes, and different things. Get your hair done, get some clothes, and stuff like that. This Ace of Rods, usually I look at what it points toward. Well, it's not pointing towards anything. It's pointing off the spread. But where does it spring forth from? it springs forth from this Temperance card. So the Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony, putting something together, but it's also angelic. It has the angel wings on there, so it's an angelic thing. So there's ideas that you're just planting the seeds, and you guys, you Pisces, are very intuitive, right? But these ideas that you're planting just came, you've channeled them, or you've downloaded them, or it was heaven sent, or there was angelic forces sending them to you. Sometimes when the aces show up, I have my page over here that has all my stuff written on it. It can be like new moons too, and you do have the moon card here. So the new moon is going to be on the 27th of January, and it's Chinese New Year, like it always is. It's always the new moon, first new moon of the year, I believe, or it's the new moon in January. It's always the Chinese New Year. So that's a new begin. That's a good day to do something new. There's people involved, but they're both upright. Now this first one, he sure seems like he's really involved in this money stuff. This night. Well, he or she. If you watch the intro, you would know that it could be male or female. So he sure seems like he's involved in this money stuff. So fire sign, possibly. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The characteristics of the Knight of Rods: a go-getter, somebody who's ready, ready for anything, ready to go, ready to rush right in and make it happen. He's going to make it happen. He or she, the Knight of Rods here. Also, I want to say, because it's fire, I want to say that maybe this stuff started back in Sag for some of you. I'm actually recording this in the time of Sag. So these seeds planted in Sagittarius this year of 2016 runs in, the solstice is on the 21st. So it would have been like November 20-something through December 20th. But for some of you, this could have happened back in Sag time, okay? And I believe there's even... there was a new moon in Sag too, but I'm not going to look that up right this second. But anyway, so new moon during Sag time, this guy's fiery. He's ready to. He's hit the ground running. I'm hearing feet on the ground, or boots on the ground, hit the ground running. He's ready to make it happen. He's Mr. Excitement, Mr. Let's do it. So he's part of this money thing. So that sometimes when this guy shows up, Mercury's going to be retrograde until the 8th, I believe. But sometimes when this guy shows up, it's like, chop chop. I don't know if you can hear that. It's my dryer spinning down there, or my washer. I don't know if you can hear that noise. Sorry about that. Hit the ground run. Let's chop chop. Let's move. It's like you can't dawdle. You can't mess around. You got to get on it right away. And it's worth getting on because there's definitely money. It's the right combinations. It's the right place at the right time. Things are in balance and harmony. It's something unusual, too, with the Hierophant reverse. It says it's a little bit unusual. Possibly unusual by society standards. That's really what it means. But it can also mean unusual for you. Unusual, not your usual thing, not what you would usually do. Or just different, like a different path for you. Okay, so then down here we have all this stuff. We got the moon. So that could be either the new or full moon. I've already told you that the new moon is the 27th. We're also having a full moon in Cancer on the 12th. Okay. So these moons could be something, but moon's also like this dreaming energy. It's paying attention to your intuition. It's trusting your inner guidance. It's listening to your dreams. You guys could be really on point psychic during this time. Now it's next to the Knight of Pentacles. So he could be somebody, the Pentacle dude. He could be somebody involved with your money, okay. But it could also be in the time of Capricorn. And we're going to be in the time of Capricorn until the Sun moves into Aquarius on the 19th. So this would be possibly earlier in the month. Dreams, connections, inspired ideas coming through angelic or higher forces, through your dreams, through your intuition. This is going to be right on. It seems like a lot of it's connected towards finance, but it could be anything. So this Knight of Pentacles is also somebody important. Notice how they make like a tic-tac-toe here. And all signs point to the Ten of Pentacles. But on this side we have this one, and this side we have this one. So I do feel like he probably is involved financially. Maybe that's how he comes into your life, though. And maybe there's some other emotional connection as well, because this word emotion is really standing out to me. The Three of Cups is here, so there will be cause for happiness and celebration. This could also go on, I see you're going to have reason to be happy and celebrate, right? This could also be referring to some specific event. So if you have a birthday coming up, or some kind of a event that you're going to attend, often it's like birthdays, anniversaries, these kind of things. Class reunions, it can be things like this. Somebody's at their class reunion, they're going to run into their oath bow, for sure. But, this person could come about during this. Definitely go. If there's some kind of event that you're invited to or supposed to attend, it's worth going, okay? Definitely do it. The moon could be something to do with your mother's, too. For some of you, I feel like this is your mother's. So maybe it's your mother's family, or some kind of thing that you're having to do with your mother. But anyways, he seems to be connected to this as well. So you may meet him or her there, or you may, he may be saying, hey, let's go do this thing, or he may invite you to this. Whatever it is, Three of Cups is always talks about it's a good time. I just heard, let the good times roll. So let the good times roll, Pisces. Hey, you got the bankroll to do it. If you do want to know more about love, then I do have those specifically love readings with lots of love. It's a tarot reading and lots of love for each sign over on my Vimeo page. So go ahead and check that out if you wanted to just do love. But this is just a general reading. Let's get on with the animal totem for Pisces for January. Cheetah. Okay, you know what I was just going to say? This is so crazy. Just now I was going to say, let's get on with the animal totems for fall of 96, of all things. So some of you probably were still children in 96, but if that's got to be a message for somebody. That was just such a weird random thing that I wanted to say. The fall of 1996. So some of you think back to that time. If you graduated from high school then, or this is your high school beau, you better get your butt to that reunion. Okay, Pisces, what is that animal for you? It's the cheetah. I love cheetah. It's one of my main totems. Empath, healer, prolific creator. Things happening at lightning speed. That's what I was saying about him. Staying alert to synchronistic signs. The path of the soul practitioner. Well, that would correspond to this. This kind of looks the same too, doesn't these pentacles? Something about that kind of reminds me of the dots on her dress. Isn't there some sort of like a similarity there? But the soul practitioner, that's often what the Nine of Pentacles represents too. It's somebody who has their own business, somebody who, like I said, or is an independent contractor or something like that. The word ease is really standing out to me there. Staying alert to synchronistic signs, path of soul, things happening at lightning speed. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like, this opportunity is going to come up and you got to jump on it, you got to get with it and do it. Now, it being different than you are this different thing with the Hierophant reverse, maybe it's different than for you, or maybe it's different by society standard, but don't let that put you off. That's one thing I want to just tell you for sure. Don't let that put you off, because it's definitely a good thing. So I felt like some of you were like, oh, that's not for me. I'm in this line. Don't be afraid to go out, color outside the lines, or go get outside of your lane, because this is the month where it could happen, and it certainly looks like a lot of money, a lot of prosperity. This dreams here, I wanted to say, like, make all your dreams come true. Like, your dreams could really be coming true this month, Pisces. So, it looks pretty awesome. But I think it's next month, isn't it? I have so many different papers around here. Yeah, next month in February, there's going to be a new moon eclipse in your sign, so that's really going to be something powerful. But we'll get to that in February. In the meantime, this is a reading for January. Again, check out if it's still, you need your calendars for next year. These are so cool. They have the Mercury retrogrades, I have the books, I have the decks. By the way, this is my own deck, Rock and Roll Prophetess. I think I forgot to mention that in the intro, the Rock and Roll Prophetess deck. And this is also my own deck, the Beast Mistress. Check everything up in that eye in the sky. That's where you can find links to my website. You can find links to all this stuff, and everything is on my website. Hey, and if you like these animal totem cards, I do pull a daily one on my website. You can check that out every day if you're looking for some animal totem guidance, or below on Facebook if you follow me. I do a weekly animal totem for everybody. Thank you guys all for subscribing. I really appreciate your subscriptions and every way that you help the channel through donating, liking, sharing, commenting, by now purchasing my pay-per-view videos on Vimeo. You've made the 2016 and the years leading up to this, such a pleasure for me. I'm so grateful for every one of you. I want to wish everyone a happy new year for 2017. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.